Okay, hi, I'm Scott Schubert, and I'm here with Officer Douglas Bowens, who's been doing some like undercover investigation of Forex trading business, and he's found some pretty shocking personal conclusions. So, how's your experience of trading been so far?
Trading for me has been at the beginning, it was a roller coaster ride. It was a wild roller coaster ride, as I'm sure it is for all new people entering the Forex market. Um, but for me, I was fortunate enough to be exposed early on to the proper training and surrounded by a community of people, like-minded people that were pretty much had their priorities set in place in the proper order and um, just in a good place at a good time with good quality education and leadership. So,
You've been with our training program for now over a year. Recently something has been happening in your life and in your trading that's pretty exciting. How many tips do you think that you're getting on a weekly or monthly basis?
at a minimum on a monthly, let's say weekly. Let's break it down weekly. On average, anywhere from 500 to 700 on average. But there are times that I get 2,000 or 3,000 pips in a week, and I'm not exaggerating when I say that. I mean, those are just facts. It is what it is. No sugarcoating it here.
Wow, that's pretty awesome. What method are you using for trading now?
The only method that I use is I use the method that I learned from you, Scott. I use the roadmap. I use a roadmap that's developed over a number of over a number of years by a number of traders. It's a very powerful roadmap. It's a very wealth accelerating / building successful roadmap, and it works. For the most part, the roadmap is a powerful roadmap that can and will and does lead any new trader that can master the important segments of it, the important integral components of it. And once you place all those components together and start to use them in the proper sequence and in the proper way that is laid out in the training program, you cannot fail. The only failure is the failure that you allow yourself to have using the roadmap. The only way it won't work is if you don't work it, and it's just that simple.
Excellent. Well, what kind of an increase in capital have you seen so far?
Quantum. I'm not going to get into numbers because people won't believe it. Quantum increase in capital, and let's just say I make more money trading than I do working a 9 to 5. I can assure you that. Triple, nearly double. Not triple yet, but nearly double. So it's just incredible the amount of profits that I harvest from the market consistently. Now there are some losses. Now don't get me wrong. There are some losses because we can't cover all aspects of the market because it is organic and it's ever changing in a state of flux. But for the most part, we can traverse our way through that market successfully, have more successful trades than we have non-successful trades. And that's just those are facts that are evident in my trading accounts and other members' trading accounts of our community. It is just, again, these are facts.
It's amazing in trading if you're doing it right the way that I know that you're doing it, and also your risk management is good, that
Yes,
your increase in capital is going to continue to expand exponentially
yes,
over time. And it gets really exciting when you see what happened so far and then project it out over a longer period of time. What's going to happen when you keep
yes,
doing that? It's going to
yes,
be amazing.
yes. It is amazing. And my wife, she saw the results in our account. Her mouth did one of these numbers. And she
Oh,
did the
yeah.
same thing. She was just, wow, what have you been doing over there? Well, what are you doing? I said, I'm just over here trading. Thank you for supporting me, and not bothering me and letting me do it. So, but yeah, it takes time. It's not anything that you're going to do overnight. So if you think you're going to jump into this game of trading, the Forex, in just 2 weeks, you're going to harvest thousands of dollars in profits and pips, then you're knocking at the wrong door. It just doesn't work that way. You're going to have to pay the price and put the time in order to master some critical skills and gain some necessary real life experience in that market and go through the gamut of emotions that are associated with trading, especially when you start trading with live money that you've exchanged your time for. But once you get through that emotional roller coaster, which is what I mentioned earlier, but once you get through that emotional roller coaster and you start to see that the techniques and the skills and the strategies that we're taught here, in the Trading Mastermind group, it'll just begin to just boggle your mind. Like, how could I have not seen how simple and easy it is to make money from this market? I mean, it's child's play. It really is. And I'm not kidding you when I say it's child's play. It's literally child's play. It's like riding a bicycle. Once you learn how to ride a bicycle, there's nothing to it. But when you're in the process of learning, it's going to be quite intimidating.
Oh yeah, and to be honest, I realize that you're the exception in trading. Most people don't ever quite get it. I realized that you had done a lot of previous personal development work, and
Yes.
do you think that you've read a lot of books and did a lot of practices and so forth? Do you think that
Yes.
contributed
Absolutely.
to?
Absolutely. In order to achieve wealth or any type of worthy goal, you don't just achieve the goal and then you become wealthy. For example, you have a goal of achieving financial freedom. You don't achieve financial freedom and then feel financially free. You feel financially free and are wealthy, and you feel as if you have accomplished the goal long before it manifests in your reality. So yes, in answering that question, absolutely yes, times 100 million with infinitum. Yes, you have to develop and work on yourself, because we all we all come here with a certain amount of limited beliefs and mental programming that limit us in various ways. Some of us are limited more than others, and vice versa. But for the most part, you have to crack the shell of mediocrity open to allow your human potential to flow out and spill out, and allow that to carry you effortlessly towards your goals and dreams, whether it be in trading, whether it be in another segment of business, or whatever, whether it be in working a job. It doesn't matter. Whatever you choose and feel that you feel successful at doing, if you're just working a job, then you're successful. And that's just one of my beliefs. So personal development
Yeah,
is very important.
yeah, and in fact, I was very impressed that your personal development training began most likely with Marine Corps training, and the Marine Corps is some kind of a really intense personal development program that when people come out of there, they can do things, they can be successful at things.
Well, at least we think we're 10 foot tall and bulletproof, but that may not necessarily be the case.
Yeah, if you make it through that,
Uh,
you can do things like this pretty easily, because most people have such really small limits that any
yes,
little thing is gonna that's it. I
yes.
can't do it because of this or this or this. But if you're used to overcoming challenges, then it's much easier.
Yes, yes, that's true. And I tell you, trading is one of those endeavors. If you don't have any sticking or staying power, and if any little slight gust of a wind can detach you and allow you to fly away like a kite in the wind, don't even waste your time, because I'm telling you, this will test every limited belief, every emotional experience. It'll find things in you that you didn't know existed and test it. And for many, many, many days and hours, I questioned my sanity. What am I doing here? Banging my head up against the wall trying to figure this out. These candles going up and down and everywhere. What in the world am I doing here? And then all of a sudden, poof, everything just started to make sense.
Yeah, and once that happens, it's pretty exciting, and then you start to
Yeah.
see, hey, that is
What?
really the way that the market works. And since I can see it, and since I can see it
Yes.
happening over and over again, then maybe I can just keep doing that.
Oh yeah. And when you see I'm telling you right now, it is good. It is a great feeling to see you're in a trade and you're up $15,000 in pips. I mean, whatever the value of a pip is for that particular trade, and you're up $15,000 from zero, pulling wealth out of thin air just from having a roadmap, just from having a method. And this can be done and is done by me and other traders consistently. I mean, it's a great feeling, a really great
Like
feeling.
probably like right now.
Yeah, right now. Thousands in profit right now. Thousands.
after we got through on Friday, I looked, in the accounts and was thinking, oh, I bet Douglas is like celebrating right now because we left the trades open.
Oh yeah,
And they're doing really well.
Incredible, incredible. 14K in 5 days, that's unheard of. And most people wouldn't believe it, but hey, I don't have to prove anything, but it is what it is.
Yeah, that's right. But it's pretty amazing, and I'm looking forward to seeing, what you're going to do next. How things are going to develop.
As far as my full-time employment at this point in time, I'll give myself another 6 months to just do some more soul searching, because I actually generate enough income now to walk away from my job and never look back. And that's the beauty and the simplicity of life when you achieve a skill that can pay you what you're truly worth. And believe me, you're worth more than what you're getting on your job. Even if you're a doctor making $100 or $200 or $500,000 a year, I can tell you right now, you can do a whole lot more. Not necessarily just in trading, but in some other form of business rather than working for a job as an employer. And I'm not knocking a job. I'm not, because I'm an employee myself. But I also make more money as a trader than I do as an employee. So just something to think about.
Yeah, and it's nice with you. There's no rush, but it's just looking really, really good, because I haven't seen any evidence that you're having any bad cycles or anything. There may be losses, but the overall path is up.
Right. Well, the losses now that I have, there's a saying in trading: keep your losses small and let your profits run, and keep your losses small. Well, when I enter a bad trade, and it's not, when we enter at the end of a correction, which is what we do, we don't enter at any other time, first of all, which is proceeding a trend. There's a correction, and then at the end of that correction, then we'll enter into the direction of the larger trend at the end of that correction. So when I think I see the end of a correction, and it's not necessarily the end of the correction, and I find out that my account's going negative, then what I'll simply do is I'll revert back to the longer time frames, and I'll do an analysis from the top down again and be like, uh-oh, I missed something. I missed an important support or resistance level. And immediately I'll wait for another swing up back towards my entry price to cut my losses is very minimal. Trades like $200 and $300, and there's even been some $1,000 losses I've had, but there have been also thousands and thousands, I'm not going to keep going, of dollars of gains that I've had as well that far exceeds the minimal little losses. But for the most part, having the ability to go back to the longer time frames to reassess an entry and know that you've made a mistake, and you can go ahead and close that trade out once the market swings back up near you. It may not go back up to your entry price, but it'll get darn close to it, and you can close that trade out with very little loss. And that's the beauty of having the ability to see what the market's doing and being able to read the market. So yes, we do have losses because we can't see everything, and the market again is in a constant state of flux. And don't let anyone tell you that there's a 1% win rate, because there's not.
Yeah, I know that over the last year or 13 months or so, you've seen some of the things that I've noticed from experience are the places where we tend to mess up. And by emphasizing, I keep saying, this is where we mess up, and right. You see it, and now you're getting to be to the point where you don't fall for that stuff.
Right. For example, I'll give a case in point. One of our members sent out an alert saying that the pound pairs were going to be making a wave. Let's say the pound New Zealand was going to be going up, it was the ending of the correction. But when I looked at the 15-minute time frame, I said, don't fall for it. I was talking to one of the members. I said, don't fall for that, man. This thing, the pound New Zealand is not going up right now. It's the 12-hour price swing is a swing. It's swinging down. So in other words, it's still in a correction to an uptrend on the daily, weekly, and that correction is not over. It's a wave 4 correction, or whatever you want to call it, but it's not over. It will not be over until you get the end of a trend on the 12-hour time frame. So you can go long if you want to. Let me know how it works out.
I don't want to be in conflict with what other people are seeing, right. But I know from my own experience that I have to keep saying, I see what you're looking at, but I'm not going to do that. And later, maybe you'll see what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
Most people, they don't see the stuff coming, but it's so easy. It's right there for them to see. It's there for everybody to see, really. I don't know why people don't see it.
Yes, but I tell you, it's really a great feeling to be where I am in life. and to achieve the results that I've achieved. Thanks to you, Scott. I appreciate you, man. You're an awesome mentor. You're an awesome coach. You're an awesome partner. You're an awesome leader. And you're very, 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 very good at what you do. And you have changed. I tell you all the time, you are a true millionaire maker. I'm sure you've made a number of millionaires that have come through this training program, and I'm one on course to become a millionaire. There's no doubt about it in my mind. And I'm sure other people here, if they hadn't already achieved millionaire status, that they're well on their way to achieve millionaire status. It is just absolutely phenomenal. This is not a gimmicky, hypey, yeah, right, whatever. You can think what you want. I don't care what you think. All I know is the results that I'm achieving are what they are. And whether you achieve those results or not are going to affect my bottom line not one bit. But what I am saying, I am talking the truth. I am not going to sit on here and say something that I know is not true. But I'm telling you, this is the real deal. You want to make some money in trading, you better come over here to TMM, and that stands for Trading Mastermind. And this group is awesome, and they're going to teach you what you need to know to become successful. And hey, if you don't believe me, check it out for yourself and see if it works for you. If it doesn't work for you, it's because you're not working it, and that's just the bottom line. It's just impossible for it to work for me and not work for someone else. Impossible.
Yeah, and still, I just don't feel like this is something that we want to mass market to the world because, you know, there are a lot of people who are exposed to the exact same thing that you're exposed to, the same training and everything. They look at it and go, oh, this doesn't work. What is this? And no, this doesn't work, or it doesn't fit my personality or something like that. So what would you think would be the problem there?
Well, if getting rich doesn't fit their personality, then they don't want to get rich, because that's what this is all about. This is about making money. Let's not kid ourselves here. This is about making money, and this is about making a lot of money. It's not just about making a few cents over here and a few cents over there. Well, maybe I'll get lucky and I'll make $200 or $300 here. No, man, this is about making $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 a pop at the click of a mouse button. If that doesn't fit your personality, then I salute you. You know, go find something. Go work a job. Work burgers at McDonald's. I mean, because that's where you need to be if you think like that. So that's just the truth. Now, I hope I'm not sounding harsh or rude or mean. I'm just being very, very down home and honest and talking from the heart. This is a real business, and this business creates and generates real profits and real results, and it literally changes lives. And I'm telling you, my life has been flipped upside down. Not because I've gone out and bought a material things. I've gone out and flashed and done this and bragged and done. I don't brag and I don't flash. And I haven't spent 1 cent of the money that I've generated. Not 1 cent. Why? Because it's not about the money. It's about the time freedom and the freedom, physical freedom. I mean, that's what it's mostly about. So, and that's where I'm coming from. And so I hope someone can relate to this, and I hope someone is affected by this to see the value in what I'm sharing with them. It's not about the money, man. It's about the freedom, and it's about the vehicle that I've chosen, or that's chosen me. I don't think I chose trading. I think trading chose me. The vehicle that allows me to generate the wealth that I generate. It's just the best. Trading is the best business in the world, in my opinion, because I don't have to worry about the market calling out sick. I don't have to worry about the market complaining about the next currency pairs and said this or said that about it. I don't have to worry about the market suffering from slow sales, because the market is always offering opportunities, and there are no employees to manage. I am the only employee, and I don't even look at myself as an employee. I don't even look at it as work. I look at it as play, and that's why I love it.
Oh, man, that is so true. It's just like, this is the most ideal, the most awesome business that you can be in if it fits, you know, your goals and your personality.
Yes.
But you can live anywhere in the world, as you know, you can just live anywhere, and it doesn't matter what the economy is doing. And some people are afraid right now about the economy. Plus, I know people who are in other businesses who are constantly having to learn new technology and new strategies and so forth. But, you know, like you're seeing right now, there's just pretty much one strategy, just perfect it and keep on doing it.
Yes. There's no need to reinvent the wheel here. I mean, you're going to learn some additional things that are going to, again, there are some tweaks. Nothing's perfect, but there are some tweaks. And it's really the same thing, but just viewed in a different way that makes sense to me. It may not make sense to the next person, but it makes sense to me to help me to see the things that I need to see in order to make the trading decisions that are obviously, well, not obvious because you all don't know that, but obviously in my case, have been working for me and my family, and they know it because they've seen the results in my account. So, and it's phenomenal, man. It's a very, very liberating, exhilarating, free-spirited type. Man, I can do what I want to do. I mean, you feel powerful. You feel it's a sense of great power. And I don't mean an egoic type of power. I mean, just a sense of like release, like, wow, here I am. I can, like you said, I can live anywhere on this planet I choose to. It's great. It's just a great business.
Yeah, I'm super, super excited to see how things are going for you and for your wife. And I hope it just keeps on getting better and better. And I know that it will. Because you've already been through all the challenges. There's not any other challenge. The market has this cycle that goes through, and you've been through all of them.
Yes, and I don't. And most people say, well, you can't make money when the market's going down, and I say to that, watch me. Well, you can't make money because the economy is suffering. Well, watch me. Well, you can't make money because of this. I say, well, watch me. Need I say more? I mean, it doesn't matter what the market is doing, like you said, Scott. It doesn't matter what the economy is doing. It doesn't matter what world events happen. And sometimes world events cause us to make more money because of the volatility it produces.
It's actually easier to make money in the down cycle of the market. I don't want the global economy to be bad, but it's actually easier for trading the Forex at that time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
2008, people are talking about how terrible that was, but man, what an easy time it was for us to trade.
When those markets fall and you know which trend direction, all you need to do is look for the end of a trend, look for the end of a correction, and ride that horse all the way to glory. It's just that simple. From what I've seen in my experience, I don't trust brokers' advice. I trust my own trading education that I purchased and that I invested in myself, and it has paid for itself 100 times over, literally 100 times over. I'm talking about one of the moves that we're in right now, and Scott, you know what the one I'm talking about. Incredible, these types of moves. And I think we just pretty much snuck up on this one, just using the roadmap. And this is just something that we stumble upon using the roadmap, and that's how powerful the roadmap is. It'll guide you in the right direction. It'll put you on the right time frame where the trend is about to start, and that's the beauty of it.
Yeah, I always get excited when I'm seeing a turn on a longer time frame.
Yes,
but it's the time in between there where a lot of our bread and butter trades are going to shorter time frames and entering in the right direction.
Right,
so
absolutely.
Keep on doing the same thing.
I understand. When you're talking, I'm tracking with you mentally, and I can see the picture. I know exactly what you're talking about because I've internalized this process.
When you said you internalize this process, that I know what you mean there, because you just open up your charts and you know what to do, and it's just a process.
Don't even think about it. We get to the right time frame and we find the right time frame that we need to trade on, and we enter that trade, and we usually make 2, 3, 4, 5, 600 pips at a time. So it's all about the process. It's all about the process, and it's all about having confidence and believing in that process.
Do you remember, a lot of traders will say things like, oh, I would never trade the pound yen. That pair will kick your ass. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And you hear people say, the market is so different these days. You just can't find a trading method that works because it's so different.
Scott, I used to be one of those traders. I don't know if you remember. I was complaining and being about the pound Swiss and the dollar Swiss. I would always get my rear end kicked by those for months. They would just beat me into a corner down and just beat me down to the floor. And he was like, what are you talking about, man? These are great opportunities. I was like, what are you seeing? I was still developing it in that moment, and I'm still developing now. We never stop developing, but now I realize just how adolescent I was and how inexperienced I was. And 1 year from now, I'll probably realize how inexperienced I am right now at this point. But right now at this point, I'm having phenomenal results and consistent profits. And some of those profits I generated. How many pips did I pull from the pound Swiss? It was about $2,000 last week I got from the pound Swiss. I don't remember how many pips that equated to. And the pound yen, I got about $1,800 from the pound yen from trading it. And I think that was it as far as the yen pairs, pound yen, and which is what you were talking about in the pound Swiss. Both profitable trades because I knew exactly how to trade them. And once again, I didn't think about it. I just did it because I saw what I needed to see. And I don't care if it's whatever currency pair, the dollar yen, and everybody's afraid of the dollar yen, but the dollar yen can be mastered. As long as you, again, you follow the process, and it can be traded just like any other currency pair. There are no intimidating pairs is what I'm alluding to. There's only trends and corrections. And if you know what to do when it comes between those two conditions of a chart, then you got it.
Have you ever read, like in articles and stuff, where it says the top hedge fund managers are completely baffled by the market and unable to make profit? This has been such a weird year of trading. And then you're looking at the charts thinking, wow, this has been just the most beautiful. What are you talking about? It's just perfect. I don't know what they're talking about.
It is phenomenal. We have professional people that work at professional trading firms, that are professional traders and have been professional traders for years. If we told them the results that we get and showed them, they would still think that it's not true. Man, this is not real. This is something that someone photoshopped those results on your printout there. You just, okay, they wouldn't believe it. These the results.
Maybe.
Oh my God!
Better not to tell anyone. I don't really care, But
I don't need it, but I'm just
find
saying.
it amusing.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, but what I'm alluding to is we have professional traders that work for professional firms that don't get the results that some of our members get, and can't get the results that some of our members get because of their lack of education or whatever. I don't know what their situation might be, but what I'm getting at is our method, our roadmap. It is just so powerful, and it is absolutely millionaire making material that can and will free the person with the true desire to master and learn the material. And that's just a fact. But it's not about making money here. It's about the fellowship. It's about the family. It's about the bond. It's about the unity. It's about the kinship of the community. And you really start to connect with members of our community. And it's just a great place to be. It's a very warm and just a great place to be. We all kid and joke and have great times, and we all trade together. And we, of course, Scott, he gives us our dose of medicine every morning in every London session. Again, talking about the process, and over a period of months and even years, subconsciously, what he's teaching, it'll just be absorbed by your mind, and then you'll go and do things that you need to do to make money. And it's not just the material, but it's the way that he presents the material and how he teaches it as well. So let's not make a mistake on thinking it's just the material alone, because it's also the presenter as well as the receiver. But the way that he presents the material and teaches the material, the way that you present the material and teach the material, it literally allows a person to learn at the unconscious level without them realizing that the material is being injected into their subconscious, at the minds at the subconscious level. Whether you believe in subconscious mind or not, it doesn't matter. But if you get exposed to this material, you will become a product of your environment. And that is, you will become phenomenally successful in trading, whether it's stocks or Forex or whatever, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, the community is a part I also really enjoy being a part of, and I'm very honored to be a part of our community because there are so many brilliant people in there.
Absolutely.
But I've been doing a lot of personal development on myself, and I can tell that I'm still shifting and changing it, and it's becoming better and better as I go along, because I'm releasing a lot of my own inner conflicts and starting to just really enjoy the whole process so much more.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, I can tell you one of the things that I've noticed about you myself, and you are growing as we all are. You never like to stay in trades very long. I'm like, we got in at the top. Why did he get out? I would ride it like I stole it, Scott. I ride it like I stole it.
I've been working on that.
And you've done good.
On the Canadian bears, I didn't get that desire to get out so far.
Right. I was like, this
something
guy
I always do is I pick just the right point when the major long-term turning point happened, right at the right point, and then just a couple of days later, I would talk myself into getting out. But not as bad as the people who get out on the 5-minute, but still, that's the same limitation.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, no, and I'm not calling you out on that, Scott. I'm just saying we all have limitations, and that's just, I just wanted to point out that, for anyone who might see this interview, that none of us are perfect, and we're not professionals to the point where we don't ever make mistakes. We're constantly in a state of growth and constantly in a state of development. And make no mistake about it, I do not know everything. And I'm still in a receptivity state and openness to learn and to grow. And I tell you, I'm having a great time. learning and growing, and I'm having a phenomenal time interacting with the community. And I enjoy your teaching, Scott. I enjoy your leadership. I enjoy your friendship, and I enjoy the money that I'm making too, because, of course, that's the byproduct of all of this. If it wasn't for your guidance and your teachings, man, I mean this from the bottom of my heart, I would probably be still sitting here wondering what the hell I'm going to do for the rest of my life. And thank you, man, for helping me achieve and find freedom and to see light at the end of the tunnel, man. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for that. I mean that.
Totally my pleasure. I really love it, and super happy as you are to see what's going on.
We're so excited, man, about not just making money, man, but it's exciting, to be in the market, I mean, to be in all of that activity. It's just really exciting, and it's addictive. And I'll be honest with you, I don't mind being addicted to something that's going to be. I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't go overboard with it, but I don't mind being addicted to something that's going to allow me to achieve positive results in my life, to be involved with something, that can produce phenomenal results, not just for me and my family, but for extended family members, and of course, people that are in situations that might require financial aid or assistance or whatever. I mean, that puts me in a position to donate thousands and hundreds and even millions of dollars over my life to help someone else to achieve their goals and dreams, and even just to help feed someone who hasn't eaten a decent meal in a while, man. And that's what this is all about for me. That's why I'm excited. Beautiful entry signal, pound CAD, excellent. I don't know if you can see that, but that's money. Oh,
the pound Canadian, or
you see that at the top of the pound Canadian? That's the top of the. Hang on, let me get you to the daily time frame.
Are you staying short on that?
I am short. Okay, let me get you to the weekly so you can see that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the weekly short right there. You see that big bull candle coming down that's the end of a correction on the weekly. Nice.
Oh,
and
yeah.
You taught me how to do that. Thank you.
That thing is so obvious too, and I love pinpointing those things because I can see them coming. I know when they're coming, and I know when they're happening. All the way down to the shorter time frame.
Thousands of dollars right here, people. This is a real deal. Thousands, and this is all I need. This is my tool, my work tool here to generate thousands of dollars. Just at the click of a button. It's just unbelievable. Wow.
Yeah, I love it. And the thing is, I was just reading someone say the other day, this is a zero-sum game. And Forex is not a zero-sum game. It's just an exchange of currency. And you're never hurting anyone by making money in Forex. Absolutely. No one's losing.
If I go into the bank or a bank in England, not necessarily the Bank of England, and I take US dollars into that bank and say, hey, I want to buy some euros because I'm going to be visiting the country here, but they're not going to ask me why I want to buy euros. I just, hey, can I like to exchange some dollars for euros? They're going to charge me a fee for that, whatever the exchange rate is, plus their fee, and that bank's going to make a profit. And me as an end user customer, I'm going to be happy with that result, the end result. And that's pretty much what we do. We exchange currencies. There's nobody winning or losing, no more than anyone is winning or losing in a bank transaction. The same, pretty much, it's the same concept. Same concept. So if someone has a negative connotation about trading, for me to win or you to win, someone has to lose. Limiting belief. You need to work on your programming. You need to get that out because that'll stop you from achieving success in trading. Unconscious, at the unconscious level, it'll block you. It'll keep you from entering it'll keep you from entering the market when you should be entering the market, and not entering the market when you shouldn't be entering the market. It'll cause you to do the very opposite thing that you should be doing. I would hear you say, well, the reason you would enter is because there's a trend here and then there's a correction there. And I'm like, okay, what does that mean? But anyway, it eventually started to make sense to me. And I'm like, there is no other way to do it other than that. If you do anything else, you're just basically running. You may as well go to Vegas and roll some dice if you do anything else. And that's just the facts. Those are the facts. And
why is it that in a world full of millions of people and everybody trying to learn how to trade, that almost no one is figuring it out?
In 15 minutes, my wife knew how to identify a turn in the market in advance from the longer time frames before it happened. And that is God's honest truth. That is how simple this trading method is. If you get all of that negative programming out of the way, and listen to what this man, Scott Schubert, is telling you, you will achieve success in Forex trading. There's no doubts.
Yeah, but it can't be that easy.
Okay.
It's gotta be something.
Well, Mr. Lenovo and Mr. Account doesn't say so. They say it is easy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my
We'll
God.
just let that be our little secret, but
Absolutely. Okay.
cool. It's cool. I still love it, and I hope you get over here to visit us someday. We should have a retreat. Yeah, traders retreat.
Yeah, we should. And I'm gonna, if we set it up, Scott, even if we don't set it up, I'm still gonna fly over and visit you, man, if that's okay. My wife and I would like to come over and visit you and your family. Stay a couple days, man. I really like to meet you, man, and I thank you, man. You really don't know, you've changed my life, and I love you for that, and I appreciate you, man. And I can say that as a man, I love you, man, as a brother. And I appreciate what you've done for me and my family. My father, who's 81, 82 years old, man, I'm gonna be able to do some things for my father that would have taken, I could have done them, but it would have taken me more time to do them. And I can do them at the actual push of a button now. It can be done just like that. And that's power, man. That's great power. Thank you for giving me that power.
Wow. Well, you earned it. You deserved it. So your success is also pretty much just dependent on your own person, your own efforts.
Yes, sir.
I'm glad to be any kind of a part of it that has helped, but we create our own success.
Yes, sir. Well, I'm glad that our paths crossed. And man, I'll sit right here at this very table I'm sitting at right now. And this has just been about 15 months ago, sat right on, it was in a chair right there, actually, not here, but there was a chair right here to my right. I sat right there and I saw a video that you did about, I was like, man, this guy right here, intuitively, something just attracted me to you. I said, yeah, I better go ahead and check this out, because I was looking at some other program that I didn't really feel too well about. And I am so thankful that I clicked on your link and I purchased what I needed to purchase to be where I am right now today, less than a year and a half ago. And a year and a half ago, there's no way I would have been able to do what I'm doing right now. There's no way. And that's the transformation that has occurred in my life since I sat right here. It wasn't with this computer, it's with the Mac that I'm on right now because I bought this specifically to trade on after I purchased your program.
Lenovo?
I bought the Lenovo because my Mac is not a Windows machine. I needed a Windows machine to download MT4 on.
That's interesting, because I'm on a Asus right now, but I was planning to get a Lenovo Yoga for my outdoor trading platform.
Yes, sir. Well, that's my primary trading platform, and I probably need to go ahead and buy a backup computer, because if this thing crashes, I don't have another Windows machine in the house. I'll be smoking some cigarettes, and I don't smoke. But back in all seriousness, though, I sat right here at this table about 14, 15, maybe 16 months ago, and I saw an ad, some video. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it may have been. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it immediately attracted me, and I actually sat there and read through the rep's website and listened to some of your videos, and I said, yes, I think this is the real deal here. I didn't know it at the time for sure, because there's a lot of out there, but I said, yeah, let me just check this guy out, and man, I'm glad I did. Thank God I did. Wow.
It looks to me like there's no going back from here.
No, there's not. And I paid about $10,000 to a trading company, and this was prior to me, of course, purchasing your program. About $10,000 to a trading company that taught me how to basically use Fibonacci. That's something magical. And stochastics. I could have got that for free on YouTube, but I paid $10,000 for it. And this company happens to be a 3-letter company, known for a 3-letter acronym. I'm not going to call their name out. That located out of Florida, but I'm not going to call them out on it. But wow, 10 grand. They call themselves FX this and FX that. If I say that, then I'll kind of be putting them out there. So that's what I'm referring to. This is FX so-and-so coming to you live from Florida. That kind of crap. But anyway, it's all about marketing. And I tell you, man, and I can honestly say it's all about marketing. And that company is just really not. It's not a very reputable company. It's not a very honest company. And the reason I say that is because I've been with an honest training company, and that's your company. And the education that I got from this company and your training was, I don't remember if it was less than $2,000 or just over $2,000. I don't remember. But man, oh my God, I have paid for the $10,000. I've got the $10,000 back that I invested in those guys' company. I got the money back that I lost when I was trying to trade their methods in the market. And then I got money back on top of that, got money back for this that I paid for, and then some, and then some, and then some ad infinitum. So, wow. But I'm placing emphasis on this because there are just some people out there who are just not honest and not really putting what the Forex is really all about. They'll give you little bits and pieces and little nuggets, little breadcrumbs, and then they want to try to just, hey, follow this rabbit hole, and let's see how far I can bring you down here and drain your pockets. And that's pretty much what it's all about.
Yeah, I really hate that stuff too, and it gives the whole industry such a bad, creepy, scammy kind of a name, right. Because there's so many people. Like, you could go down to the library and pick up some book and then take just one chapter out of it, and then, oh, this is my new trading secret, blah blah blah, such and such thing, and then make it into some kind of a thing that you try to pretend like it's a unique secret strategy, and it's nothing.
Right. Well, I'll just put it out there. Last week, I closed last week out with just over 14K. So,
profit. You mean
profit
for the week?
For the week, not a bad week.
And the balance in your account is just keeps on getting bigger.
It's at 6 figures now. So,
man.
Yeah, beautiful. I can make a couple $1,000s in 1 hour, and that's not a joke. That's real, and I've done it. I've done it last week. I made $14,000 in 4 days.
Ooh, nice week.
Yeah, I caught that right. I ended right before the news, and I hear you say, "Well, that's kind of risky." But I said, "Yeah, it might be risky, but it was the end of a correction." So I jumped in there, and when the news came out, red candles exploded. I was like, "Yes."
Oh yeah.
Again, from that top down to the bottom analysis, that you always go with the trend, and you'll never fail. That is if you know how to read pattern too. Now, Elliott Wave pattern recognition is key to this as well. It's not just understanding what a trend and a correction is, but it's also understanding how to read pattern within those trends and corrections. So, and that's where this master of trader comes in that's doing what he does best at teaching you how to do that. So, and thank you again for teaching me.
Cool.